Now, the controversy surrounding the CPAC conference doesn't end with YouTube's blocking of Trump's speech. The hotel chain that hosted the event is now facing boycott calls over a stage design some thought bore a resemblance to a Nazi symbol. Caleb Maupin has details.
It was the Hyatt Hotel that hosted the event, and now it's getting it in the neck.
Such a stupid and short-sighted business decision by Hyatt. I've stayed in that hotel chain countless times over the years. Never again.
In other words, Hyatt is totally fine hosting Nazis.
Hey, Hyatt Hotels. Highly inclusive does not mean hosting people who are not highly inclusive. Hosting a fascist Nazi convention is the antithesis of inclusiveness. You have made a grave error in judgment. The imminent boycotts you're going to feel for years to come.
Some fact-checking websites are now even questioning whether it was done on purpose.
The shape of the Nazi symbol is eerily similar to the shape of the stage at CPAC. However, we are presently unable to confirm whether this was a deliberate choice made by the event organisers. At the moment, we rate this claim as unproven.
The theory is that the CPAC stage resembled the odal rune used in the archaic Norse and Anglo-Saxon alphabets as the equivalent of the modern letter O, and also meaning estate or heritage. The Nazis used this symbol during their rule in Germany, and many groups that track anti-Semitism and white supremacism classify it as a hate symbol. Now, the Hyatt Hotels has denounced the symbol and said they had no power over how the stage was designed at the CPAC conference. However, the organizers of CPAC say this is all a conspiracy.
Stage design conspiracies are outrageous and slanderous. We have a long-standing commitment to the Jewish community. Cancel culture extremists must address anti-Semitism within their own ranks. CPAC proudly stands with our Jewish allies, including those speaking from this stage.
Moreover, some Jewish people have even mocked the attacks on CPAC.
As the grandson of Holocaust survivors and as a proud American, Marine and Jew, I find these attacks on CPAC to be outrageous and grotesque.
Sorry to destroy your narrative, but he was Shabbat dinner Friday night.
Critics of the liberal narrative have pointed out that Nazis are far from the only people to use Old Norse runes. For example, the symbol of Bluetooth is derived from ancient European writings, symbols that were also appropriated by fascists. And the Lord of the Rings books and movies also contain similar symbols.
I was at CPAC, and if anyone had told me that CPAC was an anti-Semitic event, I would have just actually laughed in their face. First of all, the stage would have been an upside-down version of the odal rune. So if they were really trying to put it in a position of saying that that's part of their sensibilities, then why would they put it upside down? Secondly, as a member of the audience, I didn't even know what the stage looked like until I saw it on Twitter. You couldn't even see it from the audience perspective.
So who designed the stage? Was it intentional? Is CPAC responsible? Is Hyatt Hotel responsible? We may never really know the answer, but one thing that is for sure is that this controversy is certainly a sign of the times in the United States of America. Caleb Maupin, RT, New York.
Political blogger Anthony Bryan Logan believes the hotel might not be in that position if it hadn't hosted a conservative event.
The conspiracies are there just to attack conservatives, and people believe in it because there's already a bias against conservatives anyway. See, the mainstream media has planted the seed. Okay, conservatives are bad, they're racist, they're hateful. So when we say an outlandish thing about them, well, we can just make it to where you believe it because you already believe they're bad anyway. So it's not really a big stretch to think that they would do something else that's bad because there's already a thing out there about them being bad to begin with. And maybe the whole thing about the rune is there, but it doesn't mean that it was intended to be that. The intention doesn't matter. All that matters is they can link it some kind of way and have regular people believe it because there was already pre-programming to exist.